Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? I hope you are well. We just fixed the camera over on this one. We'll fix the camera here. How are we this morning? It is morning inspiration, and this is your girl Yvonne Michelle. I hope that you are well. Thank you for those of you who are just logging on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are watching on the replay, do remember to put hashtag replay, comments on the thread, and let me know your takeaways, your aha moments. If anything has challenged you, if your life has moved forward, we want to know. I want to know how life is and how this is helping you. Now, this is morning inspiration. It's Wednesday and it is Work It Wednesday. Now, we are starting with something new today. We were looking at the power of five. We were. And I believe that we can glean more from that, but we are moving on because something has been brought to my attention, and I feel that I need to address and work this through with you. Now, did you know that suicide rates have gone up by over 200% in this season? This is the lockdown season. This is where we've been in our homes, and it's gone over, gone up, it's gone up. Suicide rates have gone up. Self harm has gone up by over 200%. And so, because it has been brought to my attention, and because some things have come across me, and I've had some messages, I thought today, you know, what we're going to do, we're going to look at self-care, self-love, self-worth. We're going to start looking into those things. What does that really mean? And we're going to even look at what regimes can we create for ourselves. Yes, 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 yes. I'm telling you, this is real. This feeling, this sense of distress is real. Let me just fix this. Yes. It is absolutely 100% real, and we have to, or should I say, I have to take a moment and really address this issue. Now, I came across something, and this is somebody from my tribe. Her name is Melissa Marti, and because I was pondering on the word, and I was pondering on the fact that this is the arena, this is the times that we are living in. And don't get me wrong, I know that some people are fine, some people are doing really well, some people have started their businesses, some people, their family, their homes, they've recreated a new home, they've done decorations, they've just really looked at things differently, and it's working for them, and I'm glad that it is. But you know, every day also, not every day, but you know, there'll come some times in those times where you hit a glitch, where you're not feeling yourself, where you are feeling a little bit way, a little bit woe. You know, we are human. We are human. And I have the question, you know, do you ever feel sad? Do you ever feel sad? Because you're very inspirational, you're very motivational, you're always very upbeat. And the honest truth is, of course I feel down. Of course I have rough days. I had a rough day yesterday. But do I let that stop me? No, because that's what resilience is, right? And so we're going to learn about that. That's what we're going to learn about, how to really bounce back, how to really kind of ground yourself and position yourself. I talked about positioning yesterday, how to position yourself differently in your mind. And we do a lot of mind stuff. We do a lot of mind shift work here in the morning. Whether you realize what is happening or not, we are doing mindset work near enough every single day because of the words I speak and because of the instruction that you're getting. It's to disrupt your mind patterns. That's what we do. That's what I do. I disrupt your normal. That's what I've come to do. I've disrupted you so that you will make a significant change in your life. Why? Because you are your own rescue. I'm not your rescue. I'm my rescue. You're your rescue. Are you feeling me, guys? Are you feeling me? So this morning, It is Work It Wednesday. We're here to work it out. So this is the day where I set a, well, I don't set a task, but I kind of put tasks, seeds, set seeds for you to start thinking, okay, this is for me to work it out. You've got to work it out. And so anyway, I was saying that I came across something that was written by one of my tribe members. Her name is Melissa Marti, and she lives in America. And it says this, and it's very, very simple. It says, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The world waits for you. I'm going to say that again. Love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The world waits for you. So when I read that, and that just popped up to me this morning, it literally just popped up. And I thought, okay, because most of you know that whatever I speak, there's no plan. I just go, I come, and that's it. I wait for the download, and that's what I give you. Because I am an inspired speaker. That is who I am, and that's what I do. I'm an inspired speaker. And if anyone wants to know how to learn how to do that, then you can DM me, and I will, by all means, book you onto one of my courses and help you to be an inspired speaker. It's a great thing. It's a great tool to be able to have, especially if you have a business or you're in a service providing industry. So anyway, as I was saying, this popped up to me this morning, and then I started to think about love. And one of the things that I recognize as somebody who coached trauma coaching for many years is the fact that as human beings, it's almost like we are programmed to love outside of ourselves. So I'm going to say it again, we're programmed to love outside of ourselves. So we are, it's easier for us to love somebody else, or I really like, and treat someone else well, but it's not how we treat ourselves. Now you may be saying this one, well, I'm all right, I'm looking after myself, but I'm here to challenge you. Are you really? Are you really putting yourself first? Are you really giving yourself the time to nurture, to love, to have the expression of oneness, stillness with yourself? Are you really doing that? And are you doing it enough? Enough to sustain you, enough to push you and help you to get to where you need to get to? Because you know me, everything is about your destination. Where is the end result? What is your end result? So it's from where you are now, how you're going to get there. And in that time, we have to look after ourselves. There's got to be some kind of self-love. And that is the first love. That is your very, very, very first love. It is yourself. Yeah, loving yourself. So loving intentionally, what does that mean? It means deliberately and on purpose. Now, there may be some people thinking, well, I don't need to listen to this because I look after myself. I go for a run every day. But that's a ritual that you do. Yeah. But what else are you doing? And the reason why I ask is because I've had to question myself in this. Because yes, I'm here and we're doing all of these things, and we're helping 1,001, 1,000,001, 1,000,000,001 people. But what are we really doing for ourselves? What are we really invested in ourselves? And it might just be a beauty regime. And I think to myself, yeah, I'm going to get myself face packed, because if I'm honest, and here's some truth here, right? In my working out, my self-care, if I'm honest, I'm not looking after myself as well as I used to before the lockdown. Because some of those things that I used to do are not as important or at the forefront of my mind as they used to be. Right? Yeah. Are you with me? So, this is why it's a challenge this morning, because I want to be honest with you. I don't want to be here and telling you things that are not true. It's got to be true, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to live an authentic life. And I want you to come in and think, yeah, this is Yvonne Michelle. And you know what? She just gives it plain. She tells the truth. If she's feeling like doo-doo, she'll say it. If she's feeling great, she'll say it. So I want to say this morning, when I look at how I treat myself, I could treat myself a hell of a lot better. Now, I want you to hear me when I say this, right? When I say treat myself a lot better, that means me taking the time with myself as I would want to give to somebody else, right? That's taking the time with myself. That's not beating myself up. That's me taking a moment and saying, do you know what? I'm going to take 15 minutes. I'm going to do a face mask and I'm going to invest that time in me. I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to do anything for anyone else. I'm going to, the thing is, if we do not, if we do not um, invest in ourselves, and if we don't give to ourselves, or then when that person comes, they're not going to know how to even get through to us, to love us. If we don't know how we like to be loved or want to be loved, we have to get to a place where we can love ourselves first. So intentionally, the poem that was sent, or the screenshot that I saw this morning that popped up, it said, love intentionally. Well, what does that mean? It means to be deliberate. It means to do it on purpose. It means to take time out. So, yes, we are living in the lockdown time, but it's about us taking that time, that moment out to restore what we're giving. Because many of us are giving out. Many of us are here and we're doing stuff. Many of us are leaders in our own right. So it's about doing this on purpose, doing it deliberately. And then it says extravagantly. Mm. That means a lack of restraint. So there's no holds barred, no restraint on how you love you, how you take care of you, how you see you. And today is Work It Out Wednesday. So this is for you to work it out. Are you really giving to yourself the way that you need to give to yourself? Is there something more that you could do? Because remember, at the beginning of this, I told you, and I said to you that suicide rates are up by 200%. We've got an issue here, people. And hay fever is really riding me this morning. But never mind. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Excuse me. I'm going to have a moment. Sometimes you just gotta let it out. It's better that I do that than the sneeze. So as I come back, that self-love is vital this morning, and we have to work it out because we don't want to be part of that statistic, right? It says love intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. So extravagantly, it means without restraint, to be elaborate, to give more, to do more. Mental health is real, right? Mental health is real. And even those who are doing things, even those who are in high positions are taking their lives. So guys, what I'm saying to you is do not think that we and anybody is exempt from mental health. You are not. How you invest in yourself at this moment will determine how far you will go when the second lockdown comes, because it's inevitable, it's coming, because the numbers, the figures are moving up again. Let's be real. Let's look at the real world and see where we are. So we've been in lockdown for like 4 months or so, and we're going to go back into that because there's going to be a second phase. We can see it, right? And so now is the time, my darlings, to really start to focus on the self, not yourself, but the self. The thing that holds you, the thing that shapes you, the thing that gives you the power internally. And that source is what we need to build. And when I saw those statistics of 200%, I was then disrupted to say, right, okay, so we've been on this thing, yeah, we're on a power tip, we're on a business thing, we're building our business, we're building our families, we're building ourselves. But you know what? We've got to build ourselves. We are foundational. We've got to go back to basics. We've got to look at how are we really coping? How are we really feeling? And then make those significant changes. Now, if you've been following me for weeks and weeks and weeks, you've got a safe, full of valuable content to help you to navigate you from one step to the other. So that's to navigate you from where you are to your end goal, as I said before. But the in between part, yeah, you got these two bits. The in between part where I'm pushing my tune, there is where we need to work on, because we're here and we need to get there. But there's this piece here is the middle journey. So you have to be in a place where you can reframe and reprogram your mind, and also to be the point to help others, because your family members, there's going to be somebody in your family that's having suicidal thoughts right now. And I'm not speaking death over you, I'm speaking fact over you right now. There is somebody within your family right now who is having suicidal thoughts and you don't know. And it's the same for me. I'm not exempt from this, right? We don't know. So therefore, we have to now start looking at what is the regime? What is the regime? What is the thing that we can put in place? What is the structure that we can put in place that allows us to be able to navigate, one, ourselves, but two, also be that voice in the wilderness for a nation? Because that's what you're called to be. It says love intentionally, love extravagantly, unconditionally. So there's no holds bars. That means there is nothing to stop any of us from loving ourselves. Right? Nothing. And then the end of it says the world waits for you. Because we now need to get to a place where we are self-full. Self-full. Full of the fact that our cup is full and running over. Does that make sense? My cup is full and running over. So where we all need to get to is, imagine you've got a cup and saucer. I don't even have a cup and saucer. No, I don't have anything to illustrate it because it just comes to me. Imagine you have a cup and saucer and you're pouring, because I've got a bottle of water. Actually, can you see this? Right, it's water. This water bottle is empty, near enough. And a lot of us are operating from this. You see this little resource? It's movable, it's flexible, because water is fluid. Right? This is what we're operating from, this. But actually, we need to be like this. This is how we are supposed to be all the time. Now, I can't really push the water in because there's lots of electrical things around me. But if I was to pour this little bit of water into this, as you can see, it would overflow. It would overflow. Do you get me? If I poured this in, it would overflow. And that's how we need to be. That your cup is running over. Yeah, my cup runs over. Right? That's how we all need to be. So my challenge to you is today is work it out. Work out how you can do more to love yourself intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. Do more. What more could you do? Challenge yourself. Think of the things that would help you to feel better within yourself. And that might just be, going for a walk. It might just be, I don't know, doing a bit of gardening. Now, for me, part of my self-care regime right now is is out in my garden. Is out in my garden. But listen, One of the things that you need to do is decide to live your life and decide to live it now. Live in the now. Live it. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the next day, but live in your now. Be present in your life, right? And that is a part of being intentional. That is a part of being deliberate. That's a part of being on purpose, living on purpose, yeah? Being present in your life, right? Two, stop complaining about yourself to others, or stop complaining about what's going on. We know what's going on. We know that the world is upside down. It's crazy right now. Stop complaining about it and do something to change your existence. Okay. Number three, define a purpose. Define a purpose. Identify what you want in your life, right? And communicate it and contribute to it. So why am I saying this? Because when you start to get into that depressive state, your mind tells you things that are not real. Your mind will tell you to look at the negative. And this is what depression is. It's a state of mind that looks at the negative rather than the positive. And so in order to change that, define a purpose. Give yourself something to do. Create a hobby. Do something with your time rather than sitting in it and complaining about it. You've got to work this thing out. You've got to work it out. And you have to fill up your own cup so that your cup runs over, overflowing. Because what's in your cup is for you. It's not for other people. What's in the saucer, as I remember I said about the cup and saucer, what's in the saucer is for everybody else. They get from your overflow. Yeah, they get from your overflow. That is what happens. Right, now, the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Set some goals. Set some goals. Goals are there to move us. They are there to shape us. They are there to challenge us. They are there to keep us on track. Set some goals. Goals give you a focus. They give you a focus. When we are thinking about, when we're going into those moments of lowness, it's because our focus is on things that are not serving. And we talked about what serving and what sabotage is a few weeks back. And the next thing is stay focused on that thing. So become so laser focused. It's almost like, what is it? The word that I want to use. It's like you become, like somebody that's like a stalker, not stalker, but what's that word I'm looking for? That you are so focused that you can't see anything else. It's just like that thing drives you. Because if you don't find something, as I said, to replace that feeling of lowness, that thing will take you down and down and down and down and down until you are in that space and you become that statistic of the 200%. But God forbid that those people who are listening under the sound of my voice this morning would ever feel that way. Your life is valuable. Your life counts for something. I need you. We need you. Obsessed. That's the word. Thank you, Amina. The word is obsessed. You become so obsessed with what you're doing, with what you're creating, that you haven't got time to think about the lowness. You replace that with something else. You focus that your focus is so obsessive that everything is about that thing, that one thing, that thing that's going to drive you and keep you out of those low moments. Listen, 200% is too high a number. And we're talking about CEOs of companies. We're talking about people who have got high paying jobs. We're talking about people who are family members, fathers, mothers, sisters that are taking their own lives. And I don't want this to be a low lull this morning, but I want to be honest with you. Self-care is needed. And so I want us as a tribe to up our ante in self-care. I want us to start looking at what we are doing for ourselves holistically, wholeheartedly, and not just thinking, well, yeah, I do that, but what more can you do? Because at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, No one else is going to love you the way that you love you. That's number one. And number two, you are the person. If you feel unloved around you, that's on you. Yeah, I'm going to throw it right back on you. If you are feeling unloved right now, that's on you, because he who wants friends must first show himself friendly, right? So if you want love, you must first show love to yourself. And then that way, the person that's looking outside of you, looking in on you, will know exactly how to love you. Boom, boom, and boom again. So today, this morning, where we are, those of you who are, thank you, those of you who are on YouTube listening, um, those of you who are on Instagram, and those of you who are on Facebook, Media Net Live TV, and Love Zone Radio, I want to thank you for joining. I want to challenge you to do something for yourself today. Put it in your schedule, work it out. I am going to, today, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do today. Absolutely nothing. That's what I'm going to, oh, that's a lie. Today, I'm going to go out in my garden and I'm going to look at my plants, and then I'm going to rest. I've got a face pack there. I'm gonna do I might come back with another video actually with me putting the face mask on, because I practice what I preach, and I want you to do the same. And I want you to grow. I want your lives to grow. I want you to be ever fulfilled. I want you to do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. You know, that's one of the mantras that we say. Tomorrow I am going to be reading one of the gem mantras out for you for free. Well, yeah, for free. If you want it, you can buy it. But I will be reading it out tomorrow. Thrive Thursday is tomorrow. And so I'm going to be reading that out tomorrow. But for today, I just want to say to you, how you treat yourself is everything. And today I want you to really take a moment for yourself and treat yourself well, and look at your regimes, look at what you're doing for yourself, and maybe just make one adjustment, because I'm telling you, it would break my heart to hear any of you have done away with yourself because you felt alone, because you felt isolated, because you felt unhappy, for whatever reason. There are many, many reasons why people do commit suicide, but don't let that be a reason in your life. You are powerful, you are strong, you are amazing, you are mighty, you are worthy, you are precious, you are the epitome of God's creation. And this morning, I want to tell you that you are loved. And I want to also tell you that there is never any problem too hard that can't be fixed. There is never any problem that's too hard that can't be fixed. So I'm just saying to you this morning, it's a different kind of morning this morning, because I'm telling you, when I saw that figure, it hit my spirit. It hit my spirit, and where Melissa has said in her post, where she said, "Love, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The world waits for you. The world is waiting on you. The world is waiting on me. The world is waiting to hear the nuggets. The world is waiting on you to be your best. And to be your best, you've got to love you. You've got to love yourself the best." So this is your girl Yvonne Michelle. I want to thank you. I want to say good morning to everybody that said good morning this morning. I want you to be as blessed. Listen, if I go into blessings, I'll start preaching. That's another day. But you are blessed and you are highly favored. And remember that today. Be who you are. Show up for yourself. Show up today and treat yourself well. Love on yourself. Love yourself intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. Why? Because you are waiting on you. You need you first. and then the world can have what's left over. This is your girl Yvonne Michelle. Thank you for listening. I'll be back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock for morning inspiration. And for those of you who don't know, I have an amazing interview on Monday with a lady called Lakeisha Michelle. She is a YouTube influencer. She is an award-winning singer. She is an award-winning author. She is absolutely an amazing coach. She comes from the Lisa Nichols camp. Any of you that know Lisa Nichols is my mentor, and Lakeisha Michelle has doing me the honour of allowing me to interview her on Monday on my talk show, the Yvonne Michelle Show. Yes, so do join me. It's at 8 p.m. British Standard Time. Do join me. It's going to be big. If you want to know how to move yourself, move your business, I'm telling you, you need to be on the call. It's going to be epic. Do tell your friends. But for now, love yourself and have a good day. Ciao, ciao.